It looks like the rebels are causing England some problems. Especially with that 12 war exhaustion. Oh, we need to break through their naval barricade and start getting some troops on their ground. Like, this is not something I want to do. I don't want to risk soldiers over there, but sailors? Sure. And there's the Diplo. Unfortunately, we are not far enough ahead to get innovativeness from Diplo, but to have 5 innovativeness in 1450 is ridiculous. I didn't remember that innovativeness also decreased army tradition, or decreased decay for army tradition, navy tradition. That's good to know. What is my naval tradition? 14. Battles seem to give less tradition than they used to. Alright, the Genoese transport fleet is out here again. Not actually carrying anyone. Just sailing around. There's the heavy fleet, which I doubt we can take, but there's only 6 of them, and there's a lot of us. If there was any time to kill their fleet, it was when their main fleet is out injured. I would love to gain some extra money from Simony. Thank you so much. (13) war exhaustion. And this isn't even being gained from us. This is them fighting and being occupied. And also the occupations that the good guys have down here. Venice is sending a fleet up. Nope, they're retreating again. Oh, they may have started to appear when Genoa had their fleet around. Looks like London's under siege. Yep, London is definitely under siege. Come on, Lancasters, you can do this. Burgundy's not on our side in this, are they? No. Will Naples ever be integrated? At some point, yes. Ah, and this is my uprising. Right. Should probably send you over that way. Oh, you can't walk anymore. Well, that's irritating. You walked over there last time. Well. Let's go and grab the transports then. You're attacking a fort, and that's currently defended by the nobility. You're also in range of a fort, so both of those events are totally fine. London has fallen. Come on, Lancasters, you can do this. Oh, thanks, Venice. It's good to have a lot of friends. So we're going to go ahead and land over here. With my 9 transports, we can shift 9 troops around at a time. I think I'm probably going to need the full stack to deal with them. But we have time. It's no hurry. And the fort's going to retake that province, so no hurry from that either. France is getting a couple of rebels, but France has loads and loads of troops, so should be able to deal with it no problem. And the truces with Granada have ended, so I could theoretically go after Granada. Oh. Genoa's going to cross the strait and fight the rebels. And could probably do with a bit of support in doing so. We'll send the next wave over just in case. Naples is throwing some troops into the fray as well. And it's kind of a good thing they did, because I'm not sure that we would have carried that fight. And there we go, victory is ours. Okay, in that case, you can head back over here. You can have... We have no general. Huh. No, we don't. Well, I should probably fix that. Do I want to make my ruler a general? With this heir? No. So I think we'll go ahead and recruit one. Let's choose one from this page, which I need to add to my list. And this is going to be Kelnon. Come on, be good. You know what? That's okay. I'll take it. You start drilling, and then as other people get merged to you, you can start drilling them too. Marvellous. Oh, you're letting some people take land back. I'm not sure I approve of that. Oh, it's a drill. Get back to work. Aristo plus trade is a nice policy, is it? Aristo plus trade. Merchants and trade power abroad. It's not bad. I'm just generally not a huge fan of Aristo. It's good for like Poland, maybe Lithuania and some of the other cavalry heavy nations, but generally much prefer plutocracy. Plutocracy is just really good. And yes, economics quality is excellent. I'm still really tempted to become a republic. I do like my republics. It would be quite a late republic, though, because we have to go all the way through the monarchy reforms. Comparing any ideas to Pluto is unfair. Yeah, this is true. Alright, how are we doing? Still 2 over. And how are we doing with the technologies? We're still 2 years ahead of time. I think we'll actually be pretty well positioned to grab Miltech as soon as it becomes available. And so long as we keep a technology ahead of time, then everything is going to be awesome. Stop drilling again. And then I think I'm going to move you back up here to the north, just in case we see an opportunity to go after the Royal Navy. 17 war exhaustion. Yikes. These rebels really could do it, and they're just going to be spawning more and more of them. Hopefully we get out the Bay of Biscay before the end of the month. Yeah, we're fine. Alright, I'd kind of like to send the fleet out to go and have a look around, but also I don't. Janilla, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Always nice to see some new faces. Which naval doctrine did I do? Galleys. The monastery of Santa Maria de Sigenia. The convent Monasterio de Santa Maria de Sigenia was founded by the Queen Sancha of Castile, wife of Alfonso II of Aragon, was constructed between 1183 and 1208. It houses some important Romanesque frescoes of about 1200 by English artists, and although it has started to decline, the monastery is still a grand cloister. The nuns are asking us to help fund the monastery, and the Maestro de Segenia has offered to paint a large altarpiece. So I could fund it, and I would gain +2 missionary strength for 50 years. I could fund the artist, which would give me prestige, or I could ignore it. I mean, that's a lot of money. That would require me to take out a loan. I'm going to ignore it. Sorry. That prestige for 50 years would have been nice. Oh. Are you the heavy or the heavies? That's also the French heavies, however. Yeah. Not enough support. When do I arrive? 19th. That's still 6 days away. There's no way that we'll be able to fight that. Let's get out of here. If they decide to split up, that would be really nice. And if any of my allies had some ships over there... Did you lose much? You lost one of your heavies. Irritating. They have split up. Because if I can catch their little fleet on its own without the heavy support, that would be really quite strong. I have a feeling I'm going to be able to. No, they bypassed us somehow. Or else they're trying to sail around down here. Relations with the Pope are done. Haven't generated a lot of papal influence, though. But we are getting the modifiers, so there is that. I'm not seeing the English ships. I think they may have slipped past us. Oh no, I'm going to be caught in the Bay of Biscay at the end of the month. No, it's only 6%. Alright. You don't want to be caught out in open seas during that period. Just one transport sailing around. Those are the heavies. Here we go. Oh, no, that's all of them again. They're going to Finisterre Bay, which is that. To fight one ship, I don't think it's worth it. If I could catch you splitting up, I would do it. The problem is I rarely can. Although you are in Hutton Bank, which means you would have taken some damage, but 7 heavies is too much for me. 7 heavies would mean 28 galleys. There it is. The war's over. England will cede Contan, Alencon, Labour, Caen and Co to France. England will give Court of Maine to Provence. England will pay 136 ducats, of which I get 43. Nice. Which will result in a little bit of inflation. France will pay some money. France gets 24 AE, 17 prestige, of which I get 5. France gets 15 power projection. I get 15 power projection. England loses 30. France also owes me 17 favours. This is why it's a good idea to get stuck in sometimes. I think I'm late, but has anything happened regarding the last Byzantine Empire event? I don't think so, no. I saw a game once where I looked up at England and there was no England. The rebels being so bad, the country fragmented. That could still happen here. Right, so now we have an alliance with Venice. I think that's going to be really useful. That puts me over the limit, but I'm okay with this. I would like to improve my relations with Aragon, with Navarra. And I think I might actually just keep a diplomat with the Pope so I can get as many of the papal boons as possible. If I can get some cardinals, that would be super. being allied with Venice is good, so if the Ottomans decide to go after Venice, I definitely will answer the call. Why not playing as Portugal? More funny. Because I did a vote and the people said no. So the galleys, I think I'm going to do hunting pirates in Genoa. And then the transports can just turn off for now. The House of Cumberland ends the War of the Roses. The War of the Roses finally ends as Edward V succeeds in claiming the throne, becoming the new ruler of England. With the exception of the Cumberland dynasty, the old conflict between the Yorkists and Lancasters is now a thing of the past, and both factions have resolved to passively work against the Cumberland dynasty for now. Lancashire and York both get rebellious people for 10 years. England loses stability and England loses prestige. That's got to be like the worst outcome for the War of the Roses. Like nothing's been resolved. Oh man, England has so much devastation as well. I mean, they will have gained quite a lot of revanchism, which will have undone a lot of the damage, thanks to how much they lost in France. They're still going to hurt. I heard the amount of new provinces in Iberia is pathetic compared to the amount in the New World. I haven't actually seen what they've done to the New World, because I never saw it in my Pirates game. Iberia, there's a couple more. I mean, there's actually quite a few more. Couldn't tell you how many, though. I would say the one that's probably got the least would be Portugal. Castile looks like it's been really torn up. In a good way. Right, the other thing I could do... Oh man, you're allied to the Ottomans. Is... fight against Granada. Who's France fighting now? Burgundy. Navarre, Brabant, Flanders and Holland. Like, I don't really want France to balloon too much, otherwise they'll turn on me. I could offer to join that war, but I'm not going to. I wish Valencia got its own ideas. It did. Valencia's ideas are right here. And I say that knowing what my capital is. Where can you see the 10 new achievements? I would Google Golden Century achievements. Or EU4 Golden Century achievements. Because I did do a dev diary on it. Or in fact, just go to the dev diary wiki. Or the wiki of dev diary. Whatever it's called. And it will tell you there. So I wonder, does hunting pirates increase naval tradition at all? Protecting trade does, but that's it. And it is actually going to go down. What? 13% decreases. 13! I guess 24 military does too. Alright. Right, I can build buildings now. I kind of forgot about that. Valencia... Let's see, am I making more money out of taxes right now or trade? It's bloody close, but trade would long term, I think, have better returns. The other thing I could, of course, do is upgrade Barcelona to a level 2. In, like, soon. Or even Palermo. We could be seeing the start of France revolute. Oh, you mean in real life, Katie? Yeah, France is definitely having some issues right now. And again, so is Britain. So do I want... No. I literally just said to myself, no, we are saving for something. And do I have any devastation from the raids? Hold on. You cover that. You cover those two. Barcelona doesn't actually get covered by anything. So in other words, Barcelona needs its own fort. Or I need to put one in Girona. or Rogel. I think Girona would be a better option. And that would cover both of these and also have a double defense against France. Navarra is going to be a bigger deal. And also I need to have some kind of defenses against Spain. And Teruel. Wow, mountains. That is pretty much the entrance to the rest of Aragon. That would be an amazing fort position. But no, right now I'm going to build a level 2 centre of trade in Barcelona. Now please show the mission tree. There you go. I already talked about this a lot, so if you want to see exactly what's going on in the mission tree, I would recommend you check the beginning of the video. It's probably like 15 minutes in, something like that. The crown will... no, I'm not doing that. No favours for you, so sorry. Heard the Yellow Jacket movement spreading to other European cities such as Germany and Belgium, though not nearly as strong as in France yet. Reading how this DLC makes it a lot easier to start as Aragon. I don't think it's ever been difficult to start as Aragon, you just need to choose your friends wisely. Because Aragon is in such a strong position. They're really wealthy, they start with a huge navy, they start with a PU over half of Italy, and adjacent to both Castile and France, and if they get an alliance with just one of those, then there's sound. And Aragon really is one of those nations that I've always wanted to play as. And I actually did. I played one session with Aragon in Mayo and Taxes, the first time I ever played Mayo and Taxes. Didn't enjoy it very much. I think I would now. Now I know what the hell is going on in Mayo, I'd enjoy it a lot more, so maybe I need to revisit that in the future when it gets updated to this version. More than any other estate, the influence of the clergy is dependent on their standing with the common man. In fact, is Mayo updated to Dharma at the very least? Because I don't think it would take very much to update a Golden Century, but Dharma it would. Because you have all of the government reforms. It has been hard to put the finger exactly why, but over the recent years, the clergy has been seen less as the spiritual guardians of the country and more as a rich and corrupted intrigue maker. They lose 10 influence. That should still be fine. We're still going to be earning loads of money from them. Tunis appears to be losing to Fazan. It does, kind of, doesn't it? I could have sworn that Fazan... Wow, I have... All of these guys are friendly to me. What the hell? Aragon is in such a manipulative location. Oh man, that'd be fun. We do still have rebel chances, but not a lot of them. How's the drilling coming? We've already got 11% professionalism. How does that compare to most of the world? Probably, very positively. Yes, we are third. The Ottomans are actually first, and Castile are second. Portugal are fifth. Quite a lot of Europe seems to have spent quite a lot of time drilling already. So where do I want to go from here? Because as much as I like playing the tool game, I should have some kind of ambition. Like, I want to go east. Cyprus might be good. Well, no, I have no way of getting a claim on Cyprus. This is part of the problem, is getting the claims. Going after Genoa? Genoa's allied to France. Hence they were in that war. Provence would definitely piss France off if I went after that. Going after Granada is possible. That would mean a potential war with the Ottomans. I am, however, going to start fabricating on Granada. Because if I can stop Castile taking it, then that's going to be a bunch of power for me. And I would especially like to take control over Gibraltar. In fact, all of this is mountain? Oh, hell yeah. Just stuff that full of forts and just watch the Castellan armies disintegrate. Any plans on taking land from Tunis? I mean, it's certainly possible. We need to take over as much of the Mediterranean as possible, effectively. Ooh, level 5 military. Don't mind if I do. And even more innovativeness. We're up to 7 already. I love playing as wealthy nations. Okay, so we do not have any military bonuses whatsoever. So we probably should go for men-at-arms. I've heard this too often today. So I think, yeah, men-at-arms makes the most sense. Nobles demand representation. We can pay them off, or we could lose some stability. I think I would prefer to pay them off. Though that is going to cost me 2 loans to do. And loans aren't exactly cheap. But I could actually recover quite a lot of money by just not drilling. Or I could tap into what I learned playing as a pirate and do some trade conflict wars. Because we do have a pretty good navy. In fact, that is potentially what we could do against... No, Provence didn't particularly work. We could try and do that against Tunis. Allied to the Ottomans. You're only allied to Vezan. And would be remarkably easy to border. Marrakesh is only allied to Talifat, which have no naval stuff at all. Cyprus are actually in a trade league. Karaman have quite a few allies. I think Hungary is a bit too big for me to go after. So many people like us. Look how many nations are friendly. This is insane. Like, the entire world wants to be allied with Aragon. Oh yeah, we definitely have to kill the Ottomans eventually. I think we are going to be trying to take as much of the Mediterranean as possible. Turn it into the Aragonese Sea. But I think I am going to try and keep Spain alive. So we're going to play a very Mediterranean-centric Aragon, but we're not going to form Spain. Oh, right. The other thing I could take a look at are the orders, which now exist. So to pick an order would cost 50 admin. However, I get development of every type whenever I do this for every province in the state. But I cannot become Franciscan. Hell, I'd go Jesuit just for the construction cost. That's 50 admin, though. 1 base tax in every province in the state. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces. Every province right now is going to cost about 50. So that's a lot of free development. Flipping hell. Yep, Jesuits it is. Boop. And here as well. Boop. And here as well. Boop. Sicily? Sicily is less of a return, although actually the provinces in Sicily are more expensive. I think I'm just going to stick with those so we can build up mainland Aragon a lot, and that's already done wonders for my income. So if I were to switch to another one now, would I lose points from everything else? Oh, once you pick, you can't unpick.